Coach, how do you feel about the practices you guys have had this week to get ready for Utica?
I thought today was our best practice of the week. Talked about a few things, a few drills where kind of simulating what we're going to see from Utica, and guys did a really good job with the execution. We got some power play reps to start practice as well. I thought it's a unique, just because the schedule where you get a lot more practice time, and it's making the most out of it. You know, don't waste days, and we had a really good day today. Excited about the weekend.
You talk about simulating playing Utica. I mean, what are you seeing? What are you trying to get this team prepared?
I think, you know, they don't give you a lot of time and space. They come at you really hard. You know, you're probably going to see one man, another man. It's really important that we're good on the wall, especially exiting our own zone. I think the focus is not allowing them to set and to get into their game where we want to play fast, exiting the zone in the neutral zone, even in the O zone. You know, they're heavy. They get 2-3 guys in the corner, so it's about playing fast and moving the puck and giving the players a plan. Obviously, they have to go make plays, but anytime you want to get your team to help them or give them time and space is really important, especially in the O zone. So working on some things and some areas where we can be better and some areas where we've been good.
Areas you talk about, I mean, the things you did well, are these the things you executed on when you last played them a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, that game, especially if you look at even the games that I met with the leadership group today, we've been playing a lot of really good hockey. I know we're a young group, but we've been doing a lot of really good things, and it's just continuing to play to our standard. And your identity is built over a course of time, but I think going from preseason to now, we've established how we want to play, and then continue to work on those things and just keep getting better.
This team is 0-7. Does that make them more vulnerable or more desperate?
Obviously more desperate. I mean, they're trying to get a win. I don't think they've been playing bad hockey. You look at the last 3 games they played against Laval, they could have won every one of those games. For us, it's not to look too much into that. Obviously they haven't had a win, but they're a good team. I spoke before about their power play now. Getting Seamus Casey back looks a lot different than it did before, and it's especially at the start of the year. Not that we're not concerned about Utica, but it's worried about our game and what we need to do to be successful this weekend.
Players, Brett Murray has had a good amount of success against Utica. Does his frame, his size, the way he plays the game, is that like a perfect matchup against that kind of team?
Yeah, I think so. I think he, I think if you were to ask him to start, he probably didn't have the start he wanted the first 4 games. Not that he was playing bad hockey, but I think he got to his game, and he's plays a lot of minutes for us. He's doing a really good job getting to the net front. He could possess pucks. He breaks up a lot of forechecks. He's a really detailed player in that sense, really good habits. The amount of times he breaks up forechecks and we get ozone time. He's a very smart player, reliable. Helps, I think it gives guys confidence to when they're executing on the power play. You look at early in the game, we get a power play goal, and those guys on that power play had a good 5-on-5 game, and it sets you up for the rest of the game. He's a really important piece, especially with a young team, a veteran player that has played in the league, that has seen a team like Utica. So looking forward to him to continue his success.
He's one of those guys, like you talk about a young team, and we often talk about how high-end of a skill team this is. Not that he doesn't have that, but he's also got a little bit of grit and heaviness. I mean, how important is that?
It's really important. I think overall, too, with like if someone sees our roster, personally, I don't want us just to have we're skilled, we can make plays. It's about a team identity that way. I want us to be fast. I want us to play fearless. I want us to play a certain way where, wow, they got a lot of skill, but they play really hard. They're in your face. And I think we've been doing that. I think it does help having players like Murr. If you look at the goals we scored the last 2 games, 11 goals, how many goals are around the net? You know, it's really important. I think you're going to get your chances off the rush. A lot of rush chances are created from turnovers or tracking, and then you don't get the teams that track really well. You know, you only get 4 or 5 of those. So how are we going to generate offense? And I think it's in the O-zone, getting to those hard areas and kind of building that identity as a group.
Really to ask about goaltending
For the weekend?
Yeah, or at least for even tomorrow's game.
We haven't made a decision yet, but they'll split. We don't know who's playing. I think anytime a back-to-back, especially travel day, they'll each get one. Not sure yet, and haven't made a decision.
October is history. Is the team where you expected it to be after the first month at this point?
That's good. I would say I'm proud. I guess I would say the word of how we've been playing. This my first time go around in the AHL, looking at our roster, knowing how young we are. But I think at times most often so far to start the season, we've played really good hockey, and I think we got to continue playing good hockey. You take away aside we're 3-3, but I spoke about it before, the process and not the outcome. I think when the process is good, if we keep playing the way we've been playing, we're going to be on the right side of things more often than not, and I think that's really important. But just I guess another thing is how hard we've been playing away from the puck, like our relentless pursuit to get pucks back, to stay on pucks, our tracking, our commitment to coming in our own zone and stopping and not allowing teams. I guess Toronto would be an example, really highly skilled team with some of the best players in the league, and looking back at that weekend, we did a great job of limiting time and space, and I think that goes along with the identity. We want to be a puck pressure team and get pucks back and play a style that is really hard to play against.
Great job so far. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dan.